Return of the Ewoks, also known as Return of Darth Vader, also known as the Rise of Skywalker. Yes, that is my prediction, and that's the subject of today's idea of the day. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video on this channel. I've been posting a lot of videos on my other channel. That's another story. Anyhow, I'll be posting daily videos soon, but I just simply had to do this video right now, just as there's buzz over the new Star Wars movie, because I would like to talk about what I predict, two major things in the Rise of Skywalker. Prediction one I talked about in a previous video. There must be a return of Darth Vader to the franchise for financial reasons for Disney. I mean, after all, they spent billions of dollars on the Star Wars brand, and they will be making Star Wars movies probably for another 100 years, and you need Darth Vader in those films. Point one is already done, talked about. Prediction number two, just as important, return of the Ewoks. Yes, return of the Ewoks. Now, I'm not saying that, by the way, as an Ewok fanboy. It's nothing like that. It's not like I have this obsession with teddy bears, although they are kind of cute. Anyhow, return of the Ewoks. I'm not just a fanboy. The point is, it makes 100% logical sense that the Ewoks have returned to the Star Wars franchise. And I'm not, again, a fanboy. Let's get over that. The point I'm making is it's logic, total logic. If you look at the trailers, I know people have seen the trailers and they've picked every frame out and said, I don't see any Ewoks in there. I don't see any Ewoks. I know there are no Ewoks in the trailer. There should have been, but maybe they're holding that back. And again, why must there be Ewoks in the final chapter? Logic, total logic again. Here's the point. If you look at the trailer, it's very clear that the climax is taking place where the Death Star blew up, apparently under the premise that it was floating above the planet Endor, and pieces of it landed on the planet. Apparently the Emperor might be in some of those pieces. The throne room's there, all sorts of other debris are there. They're running around on the surface of the Death Star. Where was the Death Star? It was floating above the forest moon of Endor, or essentially it was floating above the Ewok home planet. The Ewoks were all over that planet in Return of the Jedi. Therefore, if they're swinging through trees and jumping all over that forest in this final installment, there must be Ewoks. It's logic. You can't return to the scene of the Death Star's destruction, return to the home planet with the same forest in the background, and not show the Ewoks as still being around. Now, if they don't show them, it's almost implying that something happened, that they burned up when the Death Star fell, but we know that didn't happen. Just the forest looks pretty good. The trees are still there. And if you really take it one extra step, in the at the end of Return of the Jedi, they were having a party. There was no devastation when pieces of the Death Star smashed the surface. So, for that reason alone, I am making the prediction that this movie will have the return of the Ewoks. Oh, did I accidentally dial you? I'm sorry, I must have butt dialed you. What do you mean? Of course, it was a mistake. It was an accident. I butt dialed you. Well, how do you know it wasn't an accident? Because it's coming from a rotary phone. Yeah, it is a rotary phone, but that doesn't mean anything. It could still butt dial you. Well, yeah, it takes a little longer, but it's still an accident. So how you been? Hello? So what do you do for a living? Yeah? Well, that's interesting. Yeah. I really do. I'm interested in things like that. What you do for a living, how you spend your day, what you like, what you don't like, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Me? Not much, really. I talk on the phone a lot.